something about Africa that once you start studying it, it always draws you back. There's so much diversity and richness on the continent. It's really a bottomless reservoir of scholarship.
With African studies, I was never introduced to this type of topic or any classes like this really in high school. It was a very new conversation for me. My favorite class has definitely been the special topics one. I'm actually currently in this semester. She is very good at incorporating storytelling, and I think that I love that. It doesn't seem like a basic lecture that you're just taking notes and you're engaged, like you're learning about the culture. I think learning about things that I'm not used to is one of my favorite parts.
The areas of focus vary by discipline. In political science, I teach African politics, also courses on armed conflict in Africa. In the history department, you have an array of courses in modern African history as well as pre-colonial African history, which is distinct to the Low Country because we have that unique connection between Charleston and Africa. There's also courses in public health, global health. Gender in Africa is a growing area of study at the College of Charleston.
I started off with an intro course, and that obviously gave me a little bit, it's an intro. But I took a gender in Africa class. Through that, you learned about the LGBT community in different countries throughout Africa, and you really realize that the liberties that we have in the United States don't really associate over there. Even through the last 5 or 6 years, the LGBT community has had a really positive effect within this country, but by looking over there, I realized it's just interesting to see the differences that we have within this country and that people don't have in that continent, unfortunately.
I think students will learn 2 things. One is that they'll be able to see how societies recover from conflict, how societies emerge from violence, but also I hope that students can also learn what their own limitations are in engaging in these difficult contexts.
Most significant skill I have learned from the African Studies minor is learning how to critically think about the stories you're being told and the resources that you're given when you are in both an academic setting, also in real life, being able to differentiate what is part of the socialized script that you learn both consciously and unconsciously, and what is kind of this other narrative that's going on.
My hope for students that study African studies is to want to continue engaging with Africa, finding opportunities to go back either professionally or academically, and finding a foothold on the continent that they can continue engaging in for the rest of their professional lives.
I am interested in going to law school. I'm really interested in justice. That's why I love the political science department. The African Studies minor, though, has really supplemented my kind of need to help people in a way that is more hands-on and more cultured. So learning about different forms of justice that different cultures around the continent have developed and have had a history of being successful, and then implementing that into what I hope to do in the US with law and trying to bring justice for people who may not have it. I hope that I can bridge the two. I look forward to it.